Good morning, April the 21st, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day, again with a lack of news overnight or major news overnight. Probably the biggest piece of news that we face today, Draghi picks up the mic at 8:30 Eastern, and he can move the markets. He's expected to leave current ECB policy and interest rates unchanged, but will be conciliatory or very supportive rhetorically for their market, saying that they will do anything and everything to support the European economy and to increase inflation, and they're confident that their current policies will do such. So we don't look for anything to change out of his speech, but you never know. Sweden overnight unexpectedly increased their QE some 45 billion bucks. So economic weakness, softness, currency devaluation, increases in QE is going on about us around the globe continuously, and they figured out that they've got to support crude oil now to support the markets, and my guess is that some of the buying in crude oil has been engineered or done by central banks, just looking at the way that it's come up and out and off of its lows and the support that crude oil gets in the press right now. So we expected the selling to continue overnight. The first trade was to get short to see if we could take out yesterday's lows. We were able to do that when the London session started. Now the danger we face as a trader is that after we get a big trend day, we've got a pause day usually facing us, and quite often we're going to get the low in the X or Y period. So this first little area of support down here, maybe a little bit lower, but with a lack of market moving news today, probably going to find some support. So I do think we have the first trade of the day is a short. This 20 to 24 area, I'd like to get it done as close to 24 as possible, is going to be our sell 1. Then 27 to 31 will be sell 2. First to break up and out will take some help from the E-mini, in my not so humble opinion. First buy is 12 to 16. Then 5 to 9 for buy 2. And we're looking at jobless claims today. 270. Philly Fed at 9. Chicago Fed's National Activity Index. I don't have a number for that, but that's probably the most accurate measurement of what's going on in the economy. FHFA Housing Price Index up 0.4. LEI up 0.5%, and nobody pays any attention to LEI anymore because of the interest rate component in that. And natural gas inventories plus 6B. So the news focus will be Philly Fed and jobless claims. Then that's probably it for the day, and then Draghi's speech. If the E-mini continues to rally today, I imagine our treasuries or treasury markets will sell down to the direction of crude in the E-mini. Okay, looking at the 30-year, and again we have the same problem with this X and Y period. Quite often the low is set in the X or Y period after a trend day or the high. So our first area of support is going to be 16 to 20. We'll make our first buy at 9 to 13, and then 01 to 05 for buy 2. My idea is probably trading range consolidation day. Okay, on the sell side, we'll make 28 to the buck, 1. That might be where we have to get in. 3 to 7, sell 1. 11 to 15, sell 2. And I think to move much out of the range, it would take some big help. Big reversal on the E-mini. We don't have the news or anything to do that today. Gold's up overnight. And again, the chaos in the world is just, it's hard to ignore. And like we say, we like gold. Last night we had a 40 to 42 buy. The low was 44. It stopped at 45, right where the day session closed, so it didn't go any lower. And right now we find ourselves up at 61, so that 75 area, probably a pretty reasonable trading target today. Got a high volume number at 66. We got to get through 63 to get there, so leaning against 66, 64, 66, sell 1. 69, 71, sell 2. On the buy side, 55, 57. And then 50 to 52. We do like the long side of the market, as we pretty much do every day. Obama is doing his tour through the Middle East and Europe. I guess he's trying to tell everybody goodbye or cement his legacy. And he got snubbed by the Saudis yesterday. They didn't give him the usual greeting and fanfare that normally would be done when the United States visits a country. And this guy, given his Middle Eastern policies and what he's done over there, is reaping what he has sown. It's hard. I mean, you're going to come out there and you're going to pay courteous and you're going to kindly be there, but you're not going to be there with a lot of enthusiasm because of what he's done to you and your country and the region. And because the United States openly is siding with Iran and giving them the power to arm themselves right now, Saudi Arabia is not a happy camper. Okay, Draghi speaks in 32 minutes. The talk is that the euro's probably the low is in right now, so it's kind of searching for a high. It's stabilized, so maybe we have a 115 plus and a 110 minus market right now. Going to consolidate and work that, and the euro is rallying into that. We were hoping to buy 113s last night, did not quite make it. So looking at where we are right now, and Draghi can move the market 100 ticks. So sell 1's 1350. It's where we are right now. Sell 2 is 1375. Draghi's expected to leave everything unchanged. Buy 1 is 1325. Then back to the buck for buy 2. So we'll see what happens here in about 30 minutes. Okay, crude. Last month it rallied 2 days past expiration before the selling set in. We came in with backwardation, which is normal, usually 40 to 50 cents above the expiring contract. That's where we found ourselves. So the crude market is playing like at least there's stable prices. So 44.25 to 50, sell 1. Nancy's 45, 44.75, 45 would be sell 2. Everything is still pointed higher. 43.50, 43.75, buy 1. I really do like the short side better up here at these prices, and then 43, even 43 and a quarter by 2. And we're so close to 45, it's not going to be too difficult to get there. But I think at that point, if we can get it up to that price, you'll see longer term shorts come into the market. Okay, there are enough concerns about the world's economy, the United States economy, and everybody else's that the stock market pausing at 2100 shouldn't surprise anybody. Having said that, if we put everything together, you can see that we're still dealing with a very, very strong P. And while we may not know the reason for the strength exactly, and we can be uncomfortable with it, nonetheless, the market is rallying. And when you look at, and has rallied, volume, 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 and then volume is higher in the overnight session. Okay, we talked about how to split the market yesterday. Our number 2 buy zone was 93 to 95. We like our number 2 zones better than our number 1. For sure, and we had sell yesterday, failure to really at 2105 to 8, given the what looked like it was going to be a very, very strong close yesterday. We sold off into the close. Hour early, it looked like we were going to close the market above 2100. So our 2103, 2105 is resistance. Failure to take out 2105 sets up a pretty nice short. So sell 1, then 8 to 10 is sell 2. On the buy side, we like our 93.95. Make it 96.94 for buy 1. And then 88 to 91 for buy 2. Everything is still pointed higher. This morning's news, jobless claims 265. That is supportive. Philly Fed at 9. Don't know how that one will come in. Don't have a feel. Chicago Fed National Activity Index. Don't have an estimate. Last month it was minus 0.29. FHFA housing prices plus 0.4. That would be supportive. LEI at 0.5%. That is supportive, but like I said, no one pays a lot of attention to it. Natural gas inventories plus 6B. And with the cold weather that we've had, that one might come in lower than forecast. So the focus is jobless claims, Philly Fed, and Draghi. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and done. I'm going to get busy on that. We'll be back with you as soon as possible. Draghi picks up the mic on the half hour. That's also when jobless claims and Philly Fed come in. So may have the whole shooting match done at 8:30 Eastern. Back with you in a bit.